Hey everyone, welcome to the workshop. This is how to improve your nutrition, and I'm here live with Teresa. So I'm in Utah and Teresa's in Texas. Great to see you. So excited for this workshop tonight. So I've asked a lot of you about your nutrition or about your biggest struggles, and nutrition was one of them. So I took your questions and I put them into this workshop. And if you're watching this and you weren't participating in this, in the questions, I hope this is very helpful for you as well. So this is for you, even if you are super busy. And so this is a workshop style. So we will be asking questions and taking time to write down our thoughts and using it to help us take action and move forward. So a lot of you have heard about my transformation, but I wanted to share if there's people that are watching this who haven't heard my transformation. So this is me on the left when we had our first baby, and then me on the right within the last couple of years. So our transformations are an ongoing process, right? I don't believe we ever arrive at success, but just so you know, the voice behind the workshop is me, someone who's personally been through it. I understand what it's like to gain weight. I understand what it's like to lose weight. I understand what it's like to be frustrated with our weight loss. I understand what it's like to be over 40, going through hormonal changes. Recently, went to the doctor. I'm going through perimenopause, all of the things. And so I understand the ups and the downs. And so a lot of this is from my personal experience and also from working with clients for the last 11 and a half years. So, listening to what people are going through and learning from professional dietitians and nutritionists from BODi. And so anyway, just so you know my background, but I understand where you're at, and I don't think we ever arrive at success, and it's a constant ongoing thing that we're learning. So who is this for? This is for you. If you're super busy, if you're rushing from one thing to the next, you're not getting results, you need motivation, you're looking for guidance, you're ready for something different, you're not sure what to do, you're guessing about what to eat, or you need accountability. I think we can probably all fit into one of those categories. It seems like life never slows down, right? And I understand, I'm a working mom of 3 girls, and I know what it's like. So like I say, grab a pen and a piece of paper, because you're going to be writing some things down, writing your thoughts down. Even if you're catching the replay, go ahead and pause this. But I want this to be an interactive workshop where you're taking time to think and pause, because the first part of making a change is to be aware of what's going on. A lot of times we aren't even aware because we're so busy and we're not aware of what's happening. So we want to be aware. So the first question is, what are your thoughts on nutrition? So when you think about nutrition, what are some words that come to mind? And so before I add some words that may come to your mind, I just wanted you to keep that question open and just think of, when you think of nutrition, what do you think of? So anyway, jot down some thoughts there. So here are some things that, you may have thought. Some people have told me these things before. And so these are some things that may have come to your mind. I can't eat healthy. I can't eat healthy because. So maybe we automatically think I can't eat healthy because I have a job, because I have kids, because I'm busy, because this, fill in the blank. But a lot of times we automatically block ourselves from success because we say I can't eat healthy because. The next thing is, they can do it, but I can't. Those people over there, they can totally do it, but I can't because. That kind of goes along with the first one. The next one is, I'm way busier than everyone else. Everyone else can do it, but I can't do it. Another thing, it's too hard, it's too frustrating, and more. So our thoughts make a huge, huge difference in our nutrition. And it starts with our thoughts, because it turns into a thought, and then we speak it and it becomes an action, and then that's when we get the results. So here are some things ways we can flip it. And so, like I say, I'm going to go into some how-to. I'm going to give you some recipes. But a lot of times when we think of nutrition, we start with the how-to, but then we keep going through the same patterns. Like we're on, we're off. I talk to people all the time. I'm on the wagon, I'm off the wagon, I'm up, I'm down. And, if we don't get in control of our thoughts, then we won't see progress. And so we've got to get in control of our thoughts. So here are some things that we can change. We can say, I can eat healthy because. So finding ways to make it possible. I can do it because. Even just that simple shift to I can eat healthy because will get you into a creative mindset where you'll think, oh, yeah, I can do it because of this. I can do it because I want to be an example to my children. I can do it because I want to be more sharp and focused at work. So another thought is if they can do it, I can do it too. So, instead of saying, I'm so busy, I can't do it, but they can, look at someone who, is in your shoes or in similar situation and say, if they can do it, I can do it. Like think of them as an inspiration, someone that could do it. Also, I can find a way, even if I'm busy, going along with the first one. I can find a way. Another thing is, it's hard, but I can do hard things. I love that because, we can do hard things, even if something might be challenging. If we continue to do it, just like practicing a sport or an instrument, it's hard at the beginning, but the more we practice it, the better we get. And if we're constantly practicing saying it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, we'll get really good at saying it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. But if we get really good at saying I can do hard things, and then we'll start to see progress. So just that simple thought process, change in our thoughts, it's so powerful. Another thing is if we're saying it's frustrating, we can say it's frustrating sometimes, but I can learn, So if we're hitting a block and we're like, so I love reflecting on the week. So looking back at the week and saying, wow, that was really frustrating. Oh, this was frustrating. This was frustrating. And then we pause and we say, what can I learn from that? What can I learn from that experience? Like maybe you got off track on the week. So you say, instead of beating ourselves up or just totally saying, forget it, we say, okay, what can I learn from it? And more. So keep going forward. Okay, so like I said, find proof of someone doing it. I'm amazed at when I look for people who are reaching the goals that I want to achieve. So instead of looking for proof of how it can't happen, and that's so easy because when we're telling ourselves it's not possible because, we will look for evidence of why it's not possible, and we will find it, and we will be right. But when we look for proof of someone else doing it, someone, you may be watching this, but Cindy in our group, she is such an inspiration. She has 11 children, and I'm not sure how many grandchildren now. And she is making healthy choices. She's also working. She's a teacher. She's making healthy choices. She's exercising. She's eating healthy. She's doing it. And it'd be so easy to say, because she's working, she has a lot of children, like I can't but she's saying I can find a way, so look for proof. That was a big one for me, like to look for proof of how it can be possible instead of looking for proof of how it won't work. Because whatever we look for, we're going to find, and the more we look for something specific, the more likely we'll find more of it. And so making sure that we're finding proof that helps us in our goals instead of stops us in our tracks. Okay, and so also tips for over 40. Angela, if you're watching the replay, this is for you, and everyone else, including me, who's over 40. So Teresa's here, over 40. And some of you are over 50 or over 60. We have all different ages in our group. So the thing is, as we age, it is harder to keep the weight off. I'm not going to discount that. It is harder, but it is possible. A lot of people put their hands up in the air and say, this is too hard. And you can look around anywhere and see a lot of people just not taking care of themselves. So I would say, don't give up. don't give up. It is going to be harder. It is going to be challenging. And we aren't going to look like we looked when we were in our 20s, right? We're going to have challenges, but we can still take care of ourselves. So we've got to look at, what can I control? We can't control getting older. We can't control our age. We can control these things. So here's some very actionable things we can control. Eating anti-inflammatory foods. That's really big. Eating anti-inflammatory foods. And if I won't go into that right now, but if you need a list, let me know. But a lot of our meal plans and nutrition plans include anti-inflammatory foods. So also like specific spices like turmeric and pepper combined. So if you put, and it doesn't taste that great, but if you put it like on eggs or different things, that's also a substitute. I learned this from my chiropractor, but it's also a substitute because I have back problems. Instead of taking like Advil, you can do turmeric and pepper combined. It's an anti-inflammatory together. And so, you could use it for a pain release or just a regular, it's a good anti-inflammatory in your diet. And there's so many different foods that help us, fruits, vegetables, whole foods, things like that. And like I said, I could give you more on that, but that's a big one. Track what you eat. Everybody's body is different. And so I love Teresa on this call, like she's so good at tracking. And so, like she could eat something and it wouldn't make a difference, but I could eat something and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I gained 3 pounds yesterday, And so track what you eat. And notice, and then weigh yourself and notice, like, okay, did my weight go up? Did it go down? How did that make a difference? But each person is going to be different. So like I say, notice what makes your weight go up and down. Follow a meal plan. So don't just try to guess, follow a meal plan. We have some really good meal plans to follow. Eat less at night. So like the upside down triangle, you want to eat more earlier, less later, because you're going to be moving around less later at night. And then these aren't nutrition, but these are really important to keep our stress level down. As we age, our body doesn't handle stress as easily. So we've got to really be intentional on keeping our stress level down, doing things that help you reduce your stress. Also, get more rest. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Get more rest and sleep. So just giving ourselves more time to recoup, and saying no. It's okay to say no to things if you're not up for it, but we've got to take care of ourselves, our mind, body, emotions, all of that. So there's some tips if you're over 40. So planning and prepping, this is huge. This is going to save a lot of time. So schedule a time once a week to plan out your food. So just evaluate yourself on this, like write in your notes, am I planning, yes or no? And then if you aren't, plan a time, like give yourself maybe 30 minutes once a week, like make it like a doctor's appointment. Because they say like we can end up with more medications or we can prepare and avoid that, prepare ahead of time. So scheduling time once a week to plan your food, include your family in your planning. I love bringing recipe books to our kids and saying, hey, here's some recipes, which ones look good for you. Look for simple recipes online. I'll share a bunch in a minute. Make your grocery list, go grocery shopping, or do the online pickup. I love, since the pandemic, I've been doing the online pickup. I do it online. There's like a free pickup at a grocery store, and there you go, pick it up. And then plan and prepare your meals ahead of time as much as you can. All of this will save so much time and so much money. You'll save so much money. So it just takes a little bit of planning ahead and prepping. And I know some of you are like, well, that's only my husband and I, our kids are moved out. A good thing to do is you can put food in Tupperware and you can freeze it and you can make it for later, or you can make like some for dinner and eat the next day for lunch. So like I say, thinking, how can I do this, instead of this is our situation, it won't work. I'm just getting out of that mindset. Okay, so planning and prepping, here's just a sample meal plan from our meal plans with BODi. So To Be Mindset, this is a 1-week meal plan. If you're a part of our meal plans already, they have meal plans. And so they're so awesome. This is a new thing that we have, excuse me, where it's all planned out. It's so nice. So if you're like, I don't even know what to eat, I don't know what to do, Then there's some really simple meal plans, and you can have a flexible one or a more structured one, but they're all set up. So here's some recipes that I've tried that I think are really easy. So that was another question. So this is from Malin. She asked, what are some simple recipes with few ingredients? So here's one. This is from the To Be Mindset. Beet and apple kale chicken salad. So this is you're getting your veggies, your fruit, your protein. So all it is, excuse me one second. ah, got a tickle in my throat. Okay, so all it is you put kale, and then you can do chicken. A lot of times we'll grill chicken ahead of time, like on the weekend, and then you just chop it up and you can have it on salads during the week. It's super easy. Chop up an apple, and then it has some like soy sauce for the dressing, and some walnuts. So anyway, super easy. I thought I saw walnuts, maybe not. Anyway, so this is the recipe. You can take a screenshot of it. Here's another thing for breakfast. So they're saying to put this in the oven, but I would just put it in a toaster. That would take way less time, but you can just do like a breakfast sandwich. So you can do like an an English muffin, put some eggs, you can put some turkey bacon, you could put a little cheese, you could even put lettuce if you wanted to add some veggies on there, but just few ingredients, super quick. Also like a breakfast wrap. Wraps are really great. I love excuse me, the cauliflower tortillas. I don't know if you've ever tried those. Those are really good. So you're not getting as many carbs, but all you do, so this is a good thing for, excuse me, for tortillas, is you can just put them in the toaster. So this was something I saw someone do on Instagram. You just wrap up the tortilla, put it in the toaster, put the toaster down, pops up, it's like crispy, ready to go. So that's awesome. And then you could put like chopped veggies and eggs, avocado. So that's really good. Okay, so here's some more ideas for recipes. You can take a screenshot of this if you want. So for breakfast, you can do like oatmeal with fruit. This is something I love doing all the time. Oatmeal with fruit, walnuts, honey, cinnamon. So that's your healthy carb. So it's like half of a cup of oatmeal. And then I'll just chop up some fruit. Like I just change out the fruits. You can do mango, berries, apples, and then I put some crushed walnuts. So then you're getting your fruit, you're getting your healthy fat, adding some honey and cinnamon. Cinnamon is also helping with anti-inflammatory. So anyway, and then also the tortilla with eggs, peppers, and lettuce that we talked about. Greek yogurt with fruit and granola, fruit, protein pancakes. So protein pancakes are great. We make them with Greek yogurt. So there's a really great recipe in the Turbo Fire cookbook with Greek yogurt, or it says yogurt, but we've used Greek yogurt, and you can make protein pancakes. So for lunch, you can do like a big salad, lettuce, cucumbers, jicama, if I'm saying it right, peppers, tomatoes with chicken, quinoa. I love doing big salads at lunch because then you're getting a ton of veggies in, and they're really easy to just throw in. Like I've been substitute teaching, and I'll just put it in a Tupperware, and then I can grab and go. You can also do leftovers from dinner to lunch the next day. You can do sweet potatoes in the air fryer with chili on top. So like making chili for dinner, and then having like the next day you could do sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are really a good healthy carb as well. Quinoa is a good healthy carb as well, because you don't want to get rid of carbs, but you want to eat carbs that are higher on the nutrient dense list. So then also dinner, like hamburgers with avocado and salsa on top. Zoodles. So zoodles are like zucchini noodles. You can get a spiralizer. They're really easy, and just put spaghetti on sauce on the top. Chicken with roasted veggies, but there's so many ideas. Okay, sorry. I get talking fast. My throat's tickling. Okay. So we talked about this breakfast wrap already. Here's some plant-based recipes. Um, another one of you asked for some plant-based recipes. So this is a taste of the world, 67 delicious, ultimate reset-friendly recipes from around the globe. Yeah, these are amazing recipes. So if you want plant-based recipes, I wonder if you can even just buy this cookbook by itself. If you've ever done the Ultimate Reset, you have access to this cookbook. This is a new cookbook that came out last year. So um, here's the cookbook. I have it. I just took a picture of it. But it's so good. Like, so plant-based recipes. Here's Peruvian quinoa salad. So like if you don't want to get protein from an animal source, this is a great way that you can get your protein and it's not from animals, but super simple ingredients. Also, there's a broccoli almond salad. I've tried all of these recipes that are super good. And then I'm going to say it wrong, cucumber. Not sure how to say it. Anyway, super good plant-based recipes. Here's ways to eat protein, because I know Nancy, you were asking about ways to eat protein. So there's, there's the animal based like beef and pork. I'm just pulling out some lamb, chicken, turkey. And then there's also other ones like cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, tofu, low fat cheese, edamame. And then the vegetarian protein sources. So a lot of times I eat meat, but I also will kind of mix in, like I'll get the plant-based protein and the animal-based protein. So I'm not having so much animal-based. So that's really good. So once again, Greek yogurt, lentils, beans, cottage cheese, hemp seeds, chia seeds, edamame, green peas, quinoa, peanut butter, almonds, eggs. So quinoa, it has protein and it can also be a carb or a protein if you're counting it in the containers. Also, we have Shakeology. That's an excellent source of protein. You can have it as a shake. You can have it as a dessert. Um, you can have it as an ice cream or energy balls or Reese's peanut butter cup or these delicious brownies. So many ideas. We have tons of recipes on the website. Also, our peanut butter or our beach bars. So these are protein bars. These are a great source of protein as well. Okay, so I'm going to pause. Sorry, this is taking longer than I planned, but lots of good info. I hope it's helpful. So just taking a pause. I know I gave you a lot of info and you can go back and watch it, but just let it soak in. So even if you just take a second to write down on your notebook, what did you learn about yourself? What can you improve? Like looking at the possibilities, not the problems. I think that's really important, is to looking at the possibilities. So instead of thinking, like I said at the very beginning, we said, if you're thinking I can't, because that just automatically blocks your success and it makes it like, oh my gosh, this isn't going to work out. But if you say, what can I learn from myself? How can I improve? I know for me, I can definitely do better on, like, I plan at the beginning of the week, but towards the end of the week, I'm kind of like not so good on the weekends. Yeah. And so, but we can just say, okay, how can I improve? What can I learn? How can I do it? And it takes time to build a habit. So if you aren't doing something, don't beat yourself up. Just keep trying, keep building that habit. New habits are challenging to stick and to make. And so if it's not happening right away, just give yourself grace. And so excited to see your transformation. Here's some results from past people that we've worked with. Sarah, and I'm not sure the lady on the right, she was working with another coach, but incredible transformations. We've seen so many transformations. It is possible to get results. And so the next steps after watching this is to take our free 3-day nutrition challenge. It's absolutely free to track your food and water for 3 days. And so you can do this at any time, but let me know, just send me a text, say, I want to take the nutrition challenge, and so you'll get a text every day for 3 days, and you'll reply back and you'll let me know exactly what you ate for 3 days, because I want to see what you're eating. And like I said, the first step is to become aware. And also, when you're tracking your food for 3 days, I want to see what you're telling yourself as well. Like, what thoughts come up, like as you're going along and you're doing the nutrition challenge, and you're like, oh, I'm too tired, I don't feel like eating healthy. Or, oh, I'm just, like whatever comes up, like, because we want to see, like, are we focusing on like, this is possible, I'm going to make a change, or are we just blocking ourselves from seeing success? And so if you're like, yes, I want to take the nutrition challenge, just send me a text back, and you'll automatically get the 3 days to start tracking your food and water for 3 days. So that's it for the workshop. I hope it was helpful. Teresa, do you have any questions, comments that you're here live?
Sorry, I had to figure out how to unmute myself.
Oh, no problem, no problem.
No, I really enjoyed this, and I appreciate the look for proof of what can be possible. That really stuck out to me. I know that my big excuse was no one around me is eating healthy. No one in my inner circle is eating healthy. And when I say those words now, after watching this, I realize that's just an excuse. So
I'm
yeah,
so
I'm gonna look for what's possible.
Yeah, no, I'm so glad that was helpful. And it's surprising, like a lot of times we aren't even aware that we're thinking these things or we're saying these things, because like I say, we're just practicing saying them all the time. And so it just becomes a part of us. And
Mhm.
so that's so awesome that you are aware of that. And now you can break free from it, and you can say, like, who is eating healthy? And maybe it's not someone that you see in person, but maybe it's someone in our group connected online. So
Right.
awesome. Yeah, thank you, I appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Any other thoughts?
No, but I appreciate it. I thank you for this.
Oh, you're welcome, thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, thanks everyone for being here. And like I say, if you would like to go to the next step and do the 3-day challenge, just to be aware of what you're eating, just send me a text back, and I'll happily help you with that. And if you have any questions, or if you're like, oh, I would love to, I couldn't see that recipe very well, then I'll, be happy to send it to you. So um, with that, I'm gonna say good night. Thank you all for being
Good
here.
night.
We'll see you
Thank
again
you.
soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.